was away with the rest of the field pretty comfortably, Zach Stubblety-Cook. So the 200 breaststroke final, what can the Olympic champ do to dazzle his home fans?
Great start from Joshua Yong in lane 5. Just like he did in the 100, really had that easy early speed.
And Josh Collett, 5th in the 100 breaststroke on Monday night, also up there on the pace.
Matthew Wilson out in lane 7 as well. And we need a spirited swim from him. He's had disappointment. He missed the Rio Olympic team by winning the event, but not under qualifying time, so missed the qualifying time for Tokyo, but they managed to take him on the team. Would love to go to his 2nd Olympics in Paris.
So Wilson, Collett, Yong, Stubblety-Cook, all wedged together. Maybe Zach's just poking his head to the top of the field as they touch, and they've got 100 left to swim. And Stubblety-Cook has taken the head ahead of Josh Yong and Bailey Lello in lane 3. It's a cracking race.
So this is a very strong swim from the guys in the middle of the pool. Saw Zach have a little sneaky look at Joshua Yong then. He's not used to having someone at this part of the race right there with him, challenging for this lead. So they're about 1.44 outside of world record pace, about halfway mark. So for Josh Yong, that is showing that he is swimming brilliantly and in line for a PB. Zach Stubblety-Cook with work to do, but we do know this last lap is his strong suit.
So they turn together, Stubblety-Cook and Yong. Zach the local, Yong from the west. You can see Zach's got the Olympic rings tattooed on his arm, and Josh Yong wants to achieve an individual spot in Paris. Zach's in front, the qualifying time is labouring behind, so the first two are going to be on the plane to Paris, and Zach's going to defend his gold medal. Class prevails, but keep an eye for Josh Yong. He's a swimmer of the future. They go 1-2, and they seal their places in France.
Wow, what a meet Josh Yong is having. Talk about come from the clouds, and we've just got 2 individual events in Paris.
Zach, Olympic champion, and you're heading to your 2nd Olympic Games.
Yeah, it's awesome. Thanks to the crowd out here tonight. It was awesome hearing that coming home, and yeah, it's awesome to qualify.
Now, let's just fly back to last year where your world record was taken from you. I've read that you've said that that's given you a whole new perspective and made you rethink about where you're sitting in your training at the moment.
Yeah, absolutely. He showed a different way to swim the 2 breasts, and like for me, and it was very traditional swimming that back end, and now it's like having to go out with guys like Josh Yong, taking it out tonight. It was like, you know, that was a fresh new perspective last year.
Yeah, absolutely. You did go out fast touching first, and I was waiting for that trademark back end to kick in. Walk us through that race and what was going through your mind in that last lap.
You know, it's always bring it home and everything you got, you know. Yeah, I mean, like, not much is going through the head. It's just like everything you got and leaving nothing in the tank.
Absolutely. And Josh, you've just booked yourself another ticket to Paris, 2nd qualifying time. How are you feeling?
Oh, wow. Very happy, I guess. I kind of came into this meet with the goal of qualifying on both 100 and the 200, so to accomplish that, very happy.
Now, you have said after your 100-metre qualifying time that you felt like you were in a dream. Do you feel like you've woken up from that dream?
No, it's the same. Yeah, it's still surreal, so very happy.
Oh, we're all so happy for you off to Paris as well. Now, Zach, let's talk about your 200 metres in Paris. I'm sure you're going to be hungry to defend that Olympic gold medal.
Absolutely. I mean, there's a Frenchman and a Chinese who are hotly contested as well, and I'm sure there'll be a few others as well. Very excited to race it in Paris.
Oh, we're very much looking forward to seeing you both race in Paris. Congratulations, boys, on a brilliant 200 breaststroke.
Thank you.
In the heats, and as a result, qualifies in lane 4. The veteran of the field at 27. Jenna swam the 100 and 200 at Tokyo. She's hoping to do that again in Paris. Good start by Jenna. Michaela Smith over in lane 2. Looks like she's got the better of the start.
Also a brilliant reaction time off the blocks from Ella Ramsey in lane 5.
So Harkin, Ramsey and Stross all go to the wall with very little between them. Ramsey touching narrowly ahead, the 19-year-old. She didn't quite make the qualifying time in 100 on night 1. She'll be hoping to avenge that tonight. But this is a three-swimmer war as we head down to touch at 100 metres. Gee, there's nothing between them. There's not even half a body length. The head between them, really.
Matilda Smith holding on to that 4th position in lane 3. Just moved through ever so slightly in the closing stages of that second lap. But Jenna with some work to do here. Ella Ramsey, we know that she's in form at this meet. She's already booked a ticket to Paris in the 200 IM. And Abby Harkin also not willing to relinquish an individual spot at the Olympics yet.
So Jenna looks like she's just got ahead of the other 2 rivals. She's a third of a body length ahead. Ella Ramsey in second, Abby Harkin in third, and Matilda Smith swimming strongly. She's not even a body length away. This is one of the tighter races we've seen of the week so far. Stross turns ahead, Ramsey second, Harkin in third as they head down the pool for the final time with a golden ticket to Paris waiting the first 2, pending qualifying time. It's really close now. Stross and Ramsey, stroke for stroke. Jenna looked like she had the rest of the field covered, but Ramsey's really coming. They've got the qualifying time sorted. Ramsey and Stross, nothing between them. Ramsey narrowly ahead. She swum beautifully in the last 50. It's going to be Ella Ramsey who goes to the wall, and Jenna touches and might have missed qualifying time. What a swim by Ella Ramsey. She motored down in the last 50.
Oh, what a swim from Ella Ramsey. Well, they went 1-2 in the 100 breaststroke, but just the other way around. Jenna winning the 100, Ella second. Whereas talk about closing stages from Ella Ramsey in that race.
Ella Ramsey had the perfect strategy for that performance. You know, we saw Jenna Stross being able to position herself into the 150-metre mark, but the way that Ella Ramsey was able to push through that final 50 metres when it was hurting into the wall, impressive swim.
Ella, what a week it has been for you. You've just swum your 3rd qualifying time for Paris.
Yeah, I didn't really know how this week was going to pan out, but I'm really happy with how it's going so far. And I have my main event like tomorrow, the 4 AM, so everything's building up to that nicely.
Now, if we speak about the build-up into this incredible meet that you've had, what's the last week been for you? You're obviously putting a lot of pressure on yourself to make that Olympic team, not really knowing if you're going to make the cut or not, but I'm sure you felt confident straight off the back of your first swim.
Yeah, I'd say last year I put a lot of pressure on myself, but leading into this year, I just wanted to have fun, train hard and see what I could put together this year.
Now, if we talk about that 200-metre breaststroke then, you were closing down on Jenna in that last 30 metres. What was going through your mind at that last turn?
I don't know really, to be honest, but I was just like, I know I've done all the hard work and training, just see what you can do in the last 30 metres, I guess.
Well, you certainly did that. All the best for your 400 IM tomorrow, your main event. I'm sure we're all going to be watching to see if you can pull out a 4th qualifying time.
Thank you very much.
And what can Hodge do in lane number 3? Another qualifying time, perhaps, in the S9 classification. Away we go in the final of the men's multi-class 100-metre backstroke. Hall in 1, Budd in 2, Hodge in 3, Hance in 4, Gallagher 5, Peter in 6, Big and Ungles round out the field. And look at Hance already assuming a dominant position here, the S14 superstar.
Hance had an amazing start, coming up at the 14-metre mark. He was under world record pace this morning at the 50-metre turn, so let's see if he can do that again.
27.71 was his world record split. He's just outside it here, but capable of a big backhand. Look at the underwater to start the second lap.
Benny Hans needing to hold on to that pace if he wants to break that world record. A little bit behind that world record split, so he's going to need to have a strong backhand, but he's looking great. He's keeping his rate up nice and high body position in the water as he comes into the wall, last 5 metres.
Took home the full set of Paralympic medals in Tokyo. Can he get the world record here? Benny Hans hits the wall. It's another qualifying time, 57.36, the world record time of 56.88. Not threatened here, but it may well be in Paris.
Jesse Ungles missing that qualifying time as well.
So it'll be up to selectors' discretion whether Jesse Ungles becomes a 3-time Paralympian. 18 automatic qualifiers for the Paris swim team so far this week, and there is potential to take 35 athletes in Paris swimming, 18 men and 17 women. So fascinating to see what the selectors do tonight with the Paris swim team that is named here tonight.
Benny, congratulations. Another event swimming in Paris for you, just outside your own world record tonight.
Thank you very much, Jan. Yeah. Look, I haven't done a lot of... I'll get serious for a second, actually. Look, this year's been the hardest year of my life. 3 months ago, my dad died. And I'll be the first to admit, I've never dealt with death in my whole time, and just the focus of just everything's out the window. So I'm just going to these Paralympics. It's just the best thing to happen in a really shit year.
Considering how well you have swum, considering how you're on the plane to Paris already with another event, you must be so proud of yourself knowing how mentally strong you are, given what you just told us.
Yeah, I mean, I love swimming a lot, and I don't know really what to say, actually.
So she's no stranger to high-performance competition.
One gold there in the 200 IM as well. Superstar in Paris swimming. She's in lane number 4, as we've grown used to this week, in that orange cap. Pressure on the likes of Price and McTurnan to try and get their qualifying times and board that plane to Paris. Away we go in the final of the women's multi-class 100 metres backstroke. Jazz Greenwood with the long underwater comes up in front. A nice start as well. Lane number 6 from the veteran Taylor Corrie.
Jasmine Greenwood off to a terrific start. She is known for her versatility in the pool. Champion medley swimmer, an accomplished butterfly swimmer, having posted qualifying times in both of those events as well as in this morning's 100-metre backstroke. She's a little bit like Timothy Hodge. She can do it all, but she's looking great coming into this first turn.
And Jenna Jones flying under the radar out in lane number 1. She was distraught after the heat, thought she might miss the final, but she snuck in and see if she can achieve that qualifying time in the S12 of 1:13.58. But it was Greenwood who turned in front and opening up a lead of nearly a body length now.
This is a critically important race for Jenna Jones. She does need to take 3 seconds off her heat swim this morning to make that qualifying time. She made her Paralympic debut in Rio when she was just 15 years old.
And won her first major medal at last year's World Champs in this event, the 100 backstroke. She's back in about 5th right now as Greenwood comes into the wall. Is it another qualifying time for Jazz? 1:10.7, yes, she's done it again. How does Jenna Jones go? No qualifying time for her, so again, it's up to selectors' discretion to see whether the likes of Jenna Jones and Maddie McTurnan do make their way to Paris as part of the 35-person team potentially.
We have seen a lot of triumph this week, but also a lot of heartache for some of our Paralympic athletes. Jenna Jones is going to be very disappointed with that race. She has just had a changing of coach at the USC Spartans. Sometimes that can take some time to adjust, but...
Jazz, congratulations. Another event on the plane to Paris. Well done.
Thank you. I'm pretty happy with that.
The final event of the program for you here, so now you get to relax, but you seem a little bit more relieved rather than excited, can I say?
Yeah, it's been a stressful week, to be honest, but I've done better than I expected, and while I'm here, I want to thank everybody that's helped me perform well this week, especially my mum and my family and my coach. So thank you, everyone.
What does it mean to you to be on this Paralympic team? You've been there, you know what it's like. What does it mean to you to be a part of this Paralympic team?
Well, for me, it means to be a part of a bigger team like the Australian team in general. It's made up of all different sports, not just swimming, and we all come together and represent the country. And we do pretty well, so I'm excited for Paris.
We can't wait to see you in Paris. Congratulations again on a sensational week.
Thank you.
The most dedicated preparation he might like in terms of time management, working full time and trying to train in around that, but he is class, he is experienced, and this is his last opportunity. Woodward and Edwards-Smith, along with Larkin, the only swimmers in this field who have swum faster than the required qualifying time here of 1:57.28.
Yeah, that's the time we are looking out for tonight, Tomo. It's all going to be on these turns, a lot of underwater work that we'll see from these men, all attempting to go there. Mitch Larkin traditionally is one of the swimmers who comes home strong because he has great underwater work. We'll see how much training he's been able to do, and if he can find a spot on this Olympic team as well.
Strong start from the veteran. Out here in lane 8. Woodward in lane 4 and Larkin leading the way just at the moment. Edwards-Smith in lane 5 in second position.
Edwards-Smith, that's a free-flowing stroke as we see from that overhead shot. The arms just relax going over the water, accelerates into the water, being able to catch strong. He should pick himself up this third 50 metres for Edwards-Smith to be able to be on that final turn, big underwater work to try and be in contention and get to that time as well.
This is a great swim from Woodward. He looked the most impressive in the heat this morning, and he's continued that form into the night. Brad Woodward preparing to turn for the last 50. He might be 50 metres away from his first appearance at an Olympic Games. He leads Edwards-Smith and Seabom lead.
With 10 metres underneath him, it's becoming a little bit of a sprint here, or at least tightening up a little bit, tiring.
It's Woodward just in front, Edwards-Smith coming, Larkin out in lane 8, might have lost touch. It's Woodward in front, and in lane 2, Seabom Lee's coming through, but Brad's off to Paris, his first Olympics. And Seabom Lee's made the qualifying time with a flashing finish out in lane 2.
Brad, it's been a long time coming. At 25 years of age, you're off to your first Olympics. You must be thrilled.
Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, 3 years ago, I was in a good position and unfortunately got a little bit sick and just had about the worst meet I have had in the last 8 years. So that was really hard, and but it definitely lit the fire for the last 3 years. And to get on the team now, and especially with Seabom, the guy I train with day in, day out, that was pretty amazing.
Especially earlier in the week, second in the 100 back, missed qualifying time. This was your last chance. What was the feeling like coming into this final tonight?
I was certainly very nervous. I'd be lying if I didn't say I wanted to go that QT in the 100, and missed that out, and knew this was the chance to secure my ticket. So that probably wasn't quite the time I was looking for tonight, but it's under the QT, top 2. I'll absolutely take it.
Absolutely. We take qualifying time. You can go faster in Paris. I'm going to bring in your squad mate. Seabom Lee, I still don't know how you got your hand on the wall in second position then. That was the most extraordinary finish. Congratulations. You've got another event, or you've got your first event in Paris.
Last 25, I was burning and I was crashing. I was just like, try to get my hand on the wall. That's what we've got to do here. And just kind of shocked that I've done it for a different event that I normally train for. So, and to do it with Brad this time, it's bit more special. And yeah, thanks to everyone, you know, in my crew back home. Just thank you for supporting me, getting me through this tough time. It's kind of hard not to do my 400 tomorrow. But we'll be there in spirit with the other boys, and hopefully they get their spot on the team.
Doesn't matter, you're off to your second Olympics. Well done, Siobhan Lee. Back to you, Brad. I know it's been a very emotional journey. We've spoken about how long it's taken you to have this moment, and there's been some very special people that are in the crowd tonight that Roz is going to chat to that has been a huge part of that journey.
Yeah, definitely. My mum and dad are in the crowd tonight, and they've been with me the whole way, you know, supporting me, anything I need. And, you know, they were just as devastated as I was last time with me getting sick. And, you know, they support me so much, and I'm so happy they can be here and share this moment with me.
Throughout the week, Molly O'Callaghan maybe slightly favoured, but Meg Harris has been brilliant for the first few days of this. In every time she has entered the pool, she's looked in great form. Shayna Jack, similarly, what a race we have.
Take your marks.
The showstopper of the week is away, the 100 freestyle. Harris in lane 4 started fairly well. Molly's right up there on speed. Bronte Campbell not too far away either. And Shayna Jack, she took it out hard this morning, and she's doing the same thing in lane 3.
Meg Harris looks good.
It's Harris up towards the head of the field.
Bronte Campbell
Bronte's turned
leads.
ahead of Shayna Jack, and Meg Harris, game on now. Last 50 metres. Have a look at this for a race. There is a wall of swimmers across the pool. Meg Harris may be marginally in front. Molly O'Callaghan coming. Bronte Campbell up there as well. It's Molly and Meg, and Bronte. Molly's in front. Molly's overpowering them. Molly's going to go to the wall. Can she break the world record? No, but she's won it here. Shayna Jack gets up for second. She'll get an individual swim in Paris. That was as thrilling as we hoped. And the other story is that Emma McKeon has failed to get that individual swim, so she will feature in the relay, however, as a top 6 finisher.
Incredible performances by the women in this race today. Some surprises, not what we expected coming into this competition. The Olympic champion in our home country has gone through, and she will be part of this relay, and a very valued part of the relay. Bronte Campbell has made it through after having a break. Half the Campbell sisters have been an integral part of this relay team. Go through in 4th position. This was Molly O'Callaghan's race. She came through with the strength. Her underwater work was great as per usual for Molly. That redemption. Shayna Jack had never been to an Olympic Games. Before this competition, she has the opportunity to go to her first Olympic Games. Not only will she be a part of the relays that we're swimming, so that meant 2 opportunities for a gold medal. She also has the opportunity to swim as an individual. And we look at Shayna here. We look at all of the swimmers, how emotional they are. And Shayna knows everyone knows what Shayna has been through.
So much to talk about. Molly, I'm starting with you. Congratulations, what a ripper race.
Yeah, it was all right.
Just all right?
Yeah, I'm not too happy with the time, to be honest.
Okay, we will take the win, an individual spot in Paris. You're the defending world champion from last year, so it's lovely to have an individual spot on that Paris team, yeah?
Oh, definitely. You know, I'm happy about the spot. You know, at the end of the day, trials is just to make it on the team, so I'm pretty stoked with that. But, you know, there's always that little extra that you want.
Especially going into Paris, you're a part of the heat swim that won the gold medal in this 4x1 in Tokyo. This is a final spot now.
Yeah, it's revenge. You know, I was really disappointed missing that spot because I was too inexperienced. So this time they can't really leave me out, so it's good.
I don't think you have any hope of being left out. Well done, Molly. Congratulations. This team is looking extraordinary. Shayna Jack, what a story. You are going to your first Olympic team with an individual spot.
Yeah, I honestly have no words. It probably wasn't the swim that I actually thought I was capable of, but I just wanted to fight to the wall and that's what I've been doing for years, and just to touch that wall and come second, yeah, as you can see, I'm quite emotional, so I can't thank everyone here enough for supporting me, my family and partner, and especially my coach, Dean Boxall. We've been through a journey, and to be here today and going to my first Olympics and as an individual swimmer is amazing.
You watch Tokyo from your TV at home. How different is it going to be being in Paris?
Oh, I was already asking the girls what to pack, but no, I'm truly excited. It'll be a completely different experience for me. I definitely got that fire in my belly after watching the girls do an amazing job and the guys do an amazing job at Tokyo 2021. But now it's my turn.
And we can't wait. Congratulations. Epic swim tonight, Shayna. I'm going to bring in the other two members of what will make up this relay team in Paris. Meg Harris, congratulations. Ripper swim tonight.
Yeah, it was good. I mean, unfortunately, it wasn't good as the morning, but that's just what happens. You have to be able to back up, and these girls were able to do that. But just to be a part of this relay again is going to be amazing.
Part of that gold medal winning relay in Tokyo, what does it mean to be a part of this relay team?
I mean, there's not many words that can describe it. I mean, the girls that are in this race are incredible, like, especially the girls that are in this final. Like, there's so many people that are capable of doing it.
And over to you, Bronte. Gold in this relay team in 2016. Gold in this relay team in Tokyo 2020. You weren't quite sure if you were going to grab a spot on this team for Paris, but you've done it.
This is one of the hardest spots in the world to grab. The women's 100 freestyle in Australia is so much depth, and you can see how much it means to all of us to be part of this team. We're really proud of what we've built here, and I'm so grateful to be part of the team again.
This journey for you has been extraordinary since Tokyo. It certainly hasn't been easy. Talk us through not only your mental prowess of overcoming the physical that has happened to you since Tokyo.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a very different journey for me. I had 18 months off and then wasn't sure if I was going to come back. But this right here, the moment of qualifying for the team and then getting to go over with the girls, that's the thing that brought me back to the pool. And all the hard work and the calf tear and the shoulder and all of that is worth it just for the moment when you get to step out together wearing green and gold.
And I can't let you leave without talking about the Campbell sisters, the journey that you've both been on together. It's always been Kate and Bronte together. How difficult has it been for you watching Kate miss the final tonight by 1/100th of a second, but also knowing you've got a job to do?
Yeah, absolutely. I felt devastated for my sister this morning, but she is absolutely incredible. I mean, she held this individual spot in the 100 freestyle for 11 years. I think that's got to be a record in Australia. It's such a hard thing to do. And I just really want to pay homage to what an incredible athlete she is. And I know that she made me a better swimmer. I know that these girls would have grown up watching her swim. And so even though she wasn't there with us in the pool tonight, I think she's still a huge part of our success.
Absolutely, so well said, darling. Well done. Congratulations to all four girls. Well done on this relay team. Molly, for you, it's been an emotional week, an up and down week, and your family is in the stands. What do you want to say to them for the journey that you've been on with them?
Thank you so much for being a part of my journey. You know, like Mum's played a huge role, especially this week, dealing with me and my nerves. So she had it a bit rough, and, you know, they've sacrificed so much for me, especially when I was younger. But I'm just thankful to have them a part of my journey in general, like, you know, to be so supportive and, you know, be there when I'm a bit of a, and, you know, like, thank you so much, and I love them. Love you guys.